big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Complete to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Love. This complete to Jones. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. The throw over the middle taken in. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
52's the mark, boys. 52. So we got man. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Go. Big Rivers.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Throwing on first down. Love. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I'm on. Shift. Switch, drop. Zoom. Hurry.
Back to throw. Love. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It's a game of 4.
Looking to throw. Love. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Complete to Aaron Jones. A gain of 5 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try to take you out of that. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for...
That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Off Play action. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's go. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jarrell Casey. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they're going to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Block now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
General West.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because, you know, the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Rap. 57's the mic. Rock 57. Ready? Say.
From the gun, Love. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb. Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
That's it, baby. We got first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 58 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Flush to his right. Making the catch is Sternberger. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to throw. Love. It's caught. Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Lock. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Here's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Lock now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Lock now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Lock. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. He's back to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
On 4th down, Love. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my second or third day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.